Comics Tuesday, and I messed up. Yeah, it's time for Comics Tuesday, and I've got nothing. I haven't written anything out. I haven't brainstormed a topic to talk about. No, it turns out I'm very ill-prepared this week, because ever since I saw The Force Awakens, I've been reading all those amazing Marvel Star Wars books. I just haven't gotten around to preparing for my video. So now I don't know what I'm going to do. Or, how about this? I could kill 2 Sith with 1 lightsaber. That's exactly it. Today on Comics Tuesday, we're going to be talking about Star Wars. Ba 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 dun 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 ba 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 ba. Yeah. So the specific Star Wars books I'm talking about are the ones printed by Marvel that started after Disney/Marvel acquired the rights to Star Wars. And these have been going on for about a couple of years, picking up speed and momentum leading up to the release of The Force Awakens. And there's a whole line of them. There's everything from one-shots to mini-series to ongoing series. There's even a crossover event. So let me run you through what some of these titles are. It includes Chewbacca, Princess Leia, Lando, Anakin and Obi-Wan, Kanan the Last Padawan, that is Kanan as featured on Star Wars Rebels. You have the mini-series, Shattered Empire. You have Star Wars. And my personal favorite, Darth Vader. And at this point in time, these books make up most of the Star Wars Expanded Universe that is currently canon. More on that later. Current canon includes all 6 movies. Oh, 7. The Clone Wars series, Rebels, and these comic books. So as far as variety goes, there's a lot of mini-series focusing on each character. Meanwhile, the simply Star Wars title, it's the real face-front, action-filled title. And this is about all the increasingly improbable showdowns between Luke and the Rebels versus Vader and the Empire. Just those 20, 30 battles and lightsaber fights that they don't mention in other movies. The most closely tied into The Force Awakens, which is to say that it almost has something to do with The Force Awakens, is Shattered Empire. This is a mini-series that focuses on the parents of Poe Dameron. And among all these, the big one that I'm really surprised that I love as much as I do is Kanan the Last Padawan. Since it does feature the protagonist of Star Wars Rebels, and the show itself has never caught my attention. Don't know if it's good or bad, never watched it, but I did pick up this book, and I love Kanan as a character. I love watching the struggle in a world that's against you, and it broke my heart to see his master be killed. And as I mentioned before, they even have a crossover event called Vader Down, and that's taking the form of its own mini-series, just called Vader Down, and it has tie-in issues through the other series. The fact that they're even doing that, they have multiple books that have a tight continuity with one another, it's a really exciting thing. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, keep printing Star Wars. I'll pick it up next to my Avengers book, gladly. We're going to close out the set of books talking about far and away my favorite, and that is Darth Vader. Because I'm a big fan of Anakin Skywalker, from the prequels to the original trilogy, and I have never seen a blending of the two that I feel works as well as Darth Vader. And that's because of context. As you read this book, you come to realize that up in Vader's head, you're reading Anakin. You know his thoughts. But as far as the other characters that he interacts with, they see Darth Vader and treat him as such. And so it's a really clever way to kind of tell 2 stories. Seriously though, how is his mask that expressive when it doesn't move? The long and the short of it is, all of these series I've come to love, even though I didn't initially think that I would be a fan of them. Now looking back, I find my lack of faith disturbing. This isn't the first time that Star Wars has graced the pages of comic books.
As a matter of fact, and Marvel's been printing Star Wars comics since before the first movie came out. That's right, it was an adaptation, and as with many adaptations of Star Wars movies, it's pretty weird. But the legacy canon, the original expanded universe, is so vast, there's so much to it. That sort of thing where you really have to be willing to take risks, because there are a lot of things that are really great, and some that are not so great. But sort of risk that frequently pays off. As for the current continuity, modern day Marvel Star Wars books, those I can vouch for the quality. They are good. They are good across the board. And most of them are showing up on Marvel Unlimited now, which is a monthly subscription service. So if you don't have it, try it out. Check out these Star Wars books. Get your first month for free by typing in offer code COMIC16 at checkout. Now if you'll excuse me, I want to get back to those Star Wars comics. Because listen, I have a hole to fill in my heart. It was left from when I watched The Force Awakens. And let me tell you, my heart was broken when Kylo Ren oh, so sad. Anyway, that just about does it. Any spoiler-free Star Wars talk, leave it down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Come back next time for Comics Tuesday. Next time on Comics Tuesday, does Swamp Thing get swamp ass? Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.